Hey there, all my Wednesday warriors. It's David. Having a great morning. I hope that you are too. Been up reading, hopefully a little bit of your Bible and something else that's positive, and getting ready to start your day. I hope you're excited to go today. You know, summertime's coming. The flowers are out. Grass is growing. Pollen's high. hope that your allergies aren't killing you. But you know, today I want to talk to you a little bit about the price versus the promise of whatever your philosophy in life might be. You know, and for the longest time in my life, the promise for me was to retire or quit working at a very ripe old age of somewhere in the neighborhood of 65 to 70. You know, and today, the retirement age keeps getting older, and the promise was that if I went to work for 40 hours a week and worked for just about 50 years, that hopefully I would enjoy maybe 10 years before I passed away with hopefully some grandkids at that point, and that I would probably get to take my family on a vacation once a year. And if I was lucky, I would get another week off of work that they paid me to do whatever I wanted. You know, and I just want to ask you, under your current philosophy, is that the promise or something pretty close to what you have? You know, because I had to realize that at the end of that promise, the price was approximately 50 years of my life. 50 years of my life was the price for about 10 years living a mediocre life, very broke and frugal, hopefully maybe hoping that my kids will help me some. And I mean, I want you to really seriously think about the promise that you're living out right now today. What is the promise that's at the end of the price that you're paying? Some people aren't aware of the cost that they're having to invest to try to get just a little bit of their life. And I want you to really think about that. 50 years of your life for a 10-year promise that you still can't live free. And I never was really intrigued about the promise of that. And I always thought different ways how to better my life, how to expand my income, how to do more enjoyable things with my little boys. And I came up with ways that took more time of my days, but they offered me 1 or 2 extra days with my little boy, you know, and I worked a whole lot, started a traditional business, which wound up failing by the grace of God. Let me tell you, if you don't understand that a supernatural being that loves you and has a better plan in your life, then you really, I hope that you see the light and come to know Him, because He definitely has our best interest in mind. And He offers us things throughout our life. And if we look back in hindsight, we can see when God brought that opportunity into our life that we turned down. You know, one of the biggest opportunities I ever had in my life was to invest in satellite radio. I can remember laughing at the guy about satellite radio. He was telling me he was going to buy some satellite radio stations. I was like, dude, there's no satellite radio. He had a vision. He had a vision far beyond where I was at that time in my life. And today, you know, I don't know where he's at, but he's probably living a pretty good life. And here I am, still getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work until my promise pays off. And I want to ask you this. You see, your promise is determined by your philosophy. Okay? And I was introduced to a promise that said the price is 3 to 5 years of your life, David. And the promise is the rest of your life. I ask you, what would it be like to live the rest of your life the way that you want it? It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But you see, some people aren't willing to pay the price. You see, we want things without putting in the full investment. And the easiest way that I can explain this to somebody is if the ticket to admission, and this is the way one of my mentors, Tom Alcazan, explains this. If the cost of admission to the show that you want to see, and that can be your life, is $10. If the cost is $10, $9.95 is not going to get you into the show. Because the whole cost is $10. You can't come to the window with $9.95 and expect the cashier to let you into the $10 show. $9.99 won't get you into the $10 show. The cost is $10. And when we become willing to pay the full price, then we get the full promise. So what promise are you willing to pay the price for? It's much easier to pay the price that we think the investment is much smaller increments. You know, we're real willing to invest smaller increments of ourselves over a much larger period of time to get a much smaller promise. Because that's what we were taught from a very early age. And I'm telling you, you were taught lies by people who were much smarter than us because they used us to achieve their goals and dreams. And you have goals and dreams inside you that have been buried and repressed. Your greatest asset, which is your imagination, your ability to have a vision and dream, has been taken to you from a system that used you as a tool. And I'm telling you, there's a way out. You don't deserve that. You are God's highest form of creation. You deserve all of the promises that He offers you. God talks more about money in the Bible than any other topic. Why? Because He wants us to have it, and He wants us to have freedom and the ability to share His word and His love with people. And we can't do that to the full potential of our ability if we're trapped into a cycle where we can't go mingle and live the life free that we deserve. You know, the price is $10. Why do you not want to pay the $10 price? Everybody wants something for a bargain. But I'm telling you, if it's worth having, it's worth paying the price. The promise is freedom. Does your current philosophy promise you freedom? Be honest with yourself. Or does it promise you 50 years of a trap for 10 years of mediocrity? You don't deserve to be mediocre. You deserve to be extraordinary because inside you is an extraordinary person dying for you to let them out. I'm asking you, pay the price. You can live any way you want if you're willing to pay the price. And you can do it. God gave you every tool that you need to achieve anything that you want. Pay the price. If you need a ticket to admission, we're willing to show you where to purchase one. Vima team, I hope you're out there working today, telling the story, and helping change somebody else's life. Put your needs aside and focus on somebody in your business. Love on them, share friendship, love, and a kind word, and let them know that they can do it. Because if you're watching this video, you can do it. I want to leave you with this, guys. I always do. Doesn't matter what you desire, aspire, or wish to achieve. All that matters is that you believe. And we believe in you. With that, guys, have a great day. God bless. Go out there and make it happen. See you, Vima team. Love y'all.